This week on My Ride Rules.
Pull your mouth shut up.
Oh, this is Fox Black. Oh, bounce it. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
This is My Ride Rules, the show that pits four car fanatics against each other and answers the question, who has the hottest car on the road?
You were saying you were falling.
Each contestant will give a bumper-to-bumper tour of their car.
That's fun.
Hand over the keys for the others to take a test drive.
That's right.
Then it's time to judge. Each contestant will score the other owner's car from 1 to 10 in 3 different categories: appearance, performance, and overall personality of both car and owner.
Hold on.
These owners have a lot of personality. The car closest to the combined total of 90 wins. In a nail-biting finale, the scores will be tallied, and the hood-to-hood competition will end with one car taking home the My Ride Rules trophy, a $1,000 cash prize, and the prize package from Crestone Car Care. So strap yourselves in. We're revving up for this edition of My Ride Rules. Now, let's meet the competitors. Francisco's a car mechanic who thinks his customized Regal has the nuts to take the top spot.
Agent Orange is gonna burn up the competition, baby.
Will's a classic car lover and avid golfer. He's convinced his retro truck will run down his competition.
This car is the model of perfection.
Chris is a chef who owns his own catering company, and his 2008 Audi R8 is definitely cooking with gas.
My ride is gonna slice and dice the competition.
And in this week's pole position, Yeni's a girl who loves her shoes big and her wheels even bigger.
My name is Yeni Alvarado, and I live in Santa Ana, California, and this is My Ride Cheetos.
After being discontinued for 8 years, the Camaro was reintroduced in 2010. Edmonds called the new Camaro its top pick among modern-day muscle cars.
I love my car because it is sporty, but it's also really cute with its candy paint. What's not to like in my 5-inch wheels and my 26-inch wheels?
Let's see if Yeni's Camaro can get these guys' motors revving.
Hi guys,
Hey.
this is my Cheetos.
If I had high heels like you, I'd be the same car.
I got 26-inch wheels. They're benchies. I got the custom grill, T-Rex, and I got a custom paint job, Candy Apple Red.
And what I liked most about Cheeto was the paint, but paint alone isn't going to help it win. My first impression was just a new Camaro.
I did do my interior, put a little vinyl, leather, but it's not like the other stock Camaros.
V6?
Yeah, it's a V6.
Unstoppable if it had a V8. Being a Camaro, you expect it to have a big motor. You expect it to have some horsepower. It just didn't do it for me.
Supercharge it or you twin turbo it, V8, but the problem is, you get the rims. You can't go that fast with these rims.
It's not a fast car, it's a show car.
You want to go slow? Buy a V6. You want to be ordinary? Buy a V6. You want to save gas? Buy a V6.
My first impression of Chris was he was a total Chris, you don't have anything on me. We get the fact that it's not fast, but it's a show car.
Well, she's going to grill when we come to his car.
Oh, believe me, I am.
I am waiting. What's most impressive about Cheetos? Young girl driving it.
Can't wait to see your car so I can bag on you
You
too.
go ahead, knock your socks off.
Okay, haters, let's take it for a ride.
I'm first.
My God, there's too much weight.
There's way too much weight to that. Just hear that bang on that little bump. I mean, if you think it's a Mulholland Drive.
Well, come on, look at how much weight it has on the left-hand side. Come on.
Hey.
Poor car, not you.
I even lost 30 pounds.
Where? I think I found it.
Horsepower was good. It was like driving a standard car. As I got the lot. I went to GM, bought a car, I'm driving it.
It actually steers pretty good for being, for the big wheels.
Yeah, no, I didn't say the steering is fine with me. Just hitting those bumps.
This car, I doubt, goes on the road.
Ew, it does.
I'm thinking this is the first time it's been on the road.
No, it's not. See the miles?
How many miles does it have on it?
23. See? Told you.
That's miles per hour. 13,000.
I'm impressed for Yeni because she's out there driving her car. She says she is going out to shows. You don't see too many women out there representing cars, period. I think that's incredible.
Like a go-kart. I feel like my go-kart, I used to
Hey,
drive
lay
it
off
like
my
this.
car, okay?
Wheel down here.
If I stalk you, will your mouth shut up?
Wow.
Yes, Yeni thinks she can beat a good score out of these guys. They can award up to 10 points in 3 categories: appearance, performance, and personality.
On appearance on Cheetos, I give it a 7. It looks good from the outside, but when you start actually looking at each piece by piece, it starts falling apart a little bit.
Driving Cheetos reminded me of driving a Scion or something. It was missing that power at the pedal. It was very compact. On performance, I give Cheetos a 3. It's really lacking.
For personality, she's kind of cute. I'll give her a 7. And the car's okay.
I know that my car is the best. I can't wait to see what these other clowns drive.
Coming up, is Will's truck gonna tank the test drive?
Oh man, we found a flaw.
Plus, the competition gets dirty.
You didn't even clean it.
Parking on the grass or what?
Welcome back to My Ride Rules, the show where 4 car owners compete against each other and decide whose car is the best. So far, we've met Yeni in her Camaro, but her Chevy Hot Rod is about to meet a long-lost grandpa, a 1946 Chevy panel truck.
My name is Will. I'm from Thousand Oaks, California, and this is my lady in red.
When it comes to his retro ride, Will's motto is "Don't mess with a classic." Panel trucks were used as delivery vans, ambulances, and hearses. The roots of modern-day SUVs can be traced back to the panel trucks of yesteryear.
Lady in red is unique. You don't see too many of these out on the road. Everything I did to this car is going to put it a step above everything else in this competition. She's a beauty. Wow.
When I first saw this truck, I thought it was really sexy from the front.
So starting up here, chrome the front grille, original headlights, headlight cans. Down here we've got the chrome beauty ring, 350 Chevy crate motor, pushing about 340 horse. Put the Mustang 2 front suspension on it.
The engine, the paint, the tires, the way the car looked, the attention to detail, just great stuff.
So in the back we got the nice oak floor, stainless steel trim.
Wow.
For the runners.
Wow.
Nice.
I can fit a lot of shoes in
Delivery
there.
Don't tell my wife that. She'll take it shopping.
I like it, but you could have went with some more pinstriping. Maybe some leafing.
Yeah, maybe.
Went with the new style. It's too big not to have a lot of designs on it. I would want to throw a couple murals on this thing.
Didn't want to overstate it.
I love how it's red like my Cheetos. I love that.
I knew you'd like that. Another point for Will.
How are we all going to fit in there?
Maybe Chris can sit on your lap.
Oh, God.
I don't know
Crush.
about that one.
Crush somebody.
Maybe Francisco, but I don't know.
Time to find out if this old timer still has some get up and go.
This was completely thought out. He had a plan. Everything in this car is nice and neat. There's nothing out of place. He thought about everything.
I'm surprised you can't hear it squeaking. It must be the suspension upgraded.
Oh, yeah. No, it's smooth.
What was impressive to me, he upgraded the suspension, so the ride is completely different from what it would have felt like back in those days. Oh man, we found a flaw.
Ah!
This thing shut off.
I stepped on the gas and it died. It died. Not my fault. Really embarrassing. I had it in drive. I don't know what happened. It just went. Wow. Ride's nice.
I don't know how I feel driving this old car. I feel like, I'm like old. I feel like a grandma. But I didn't know cars could be so old. And he restored it. I like it.
Speed up, Grandma. Come on.
I feel like a grandma driving in it. Look at that. I feel like I'm 50 years old.
Holy cow.
I don't know about these mirrors. I feel like if I move them, I'm going to break them.
65 years has lasted this long. I don't think you're going to break it in one day.
Okay, let's say I crash it. How long do you think it would take you to rebuild it?
How about you don't crash it?
His truck survived Yeni's crash test, but will it survive the scoring round?
I give Will a 7 for appearance because the color should have been a little brighter because red's supposed to pop out like mine.
For performance, I give it a 7. It died on me. What can I say? It died.
Will's actually different from his car. I was expecting him to pull up an older Chevelle or muscle car, and I seen this, I was surprised. For personality, I give it a 9.
Pretty happy with the results. It was nice to hear Chris not have anything to say, at least in my presence. I'll be curious to see what they have to say, when the judging comes up.
Chris may not have much to say about Will's truck, but he's got plenty to say about his Audi R8.
My name's Chris Adlish. I live in Cascade, California, and this is The Dark Knight.
In 2006, Chris threw down a hefty cash deposit to become only the second person in LA to get his hands on this supercar. he gave it carbon fiber door panels, steering wheel and dash, not to mention one-of-a-kind carbon fiber rims and a supercharged engine.
The day that I got it, I literally cried. My first supercar. Now, it's just like your firstborn. I'll never have a kid, but I will always have my firstborn supercar. It's a chickmobile, baby. The tires rule. I could just enter the tires. The tires beat any of these other cars. My tires cost more than all those cars put together.
When I first walked up and I saw the Audi, one of my top 3 favorite cars, I was just like, great, this is what I'm going up against.
Come on, Chris, you brought this?
Come on, Chris.
It looks like you just bought it yesterday. This is stock black.
Exactly.
You gotta clean it.
You didn't even clean it. Come on, look at the tires.
Water spots. He's parking on the grass or what? I can't get over that it's dirty. He needs to respect his car more. I mean, come on, Chris. At least wash it before we get here.
I was expecting more.
I know. Well,
I was expecting a helicopter.
Oh,
I hate that Chris was driving this car just because he's such a jerk. I just wanted to stomp on him and be like, see how it feels? Chris,
nothing else in the world.
you were saying you were falling.
Come on.
I like the carbon fiber, but it's plain. If he really wants to be separate from the rest of the cars, he should have went with a flat black.
So tell us about it.
It's a V8 supercharged. It's a 22-quart dry sump engine. So that means when you're racing, the oil doesn't race to one side of the engine or not. You might have heard the exhaust. That is a straight pipe 3-inch. There's 2 airfoils, one for the back, and this is for venting the heat out of the car. The first 2 Audis actually caught on fire and burnt to the ground because they couldn't get the heat out of the engine.
Does it come with the Iron Man suit?
Nah. This is a house. Instead of buying me a house in Palm Springs, this is the house.
Was it to replace the one you lost to your other wife?
No. Wow.
See, I'm going to put it to the drive.
Okay, I'm in.
Coming up, will Chris's Audi get skewered on the test drive?
Like, nothing special inside.
Plus, Francisco's low-riding Regal spices up the competition.
Oh, my God.
Toured and tested Yeni's Camaro and Will's classic panel truck. Now let's find out if Chris's Dark Knight is a superhero out on the road.
Yeah.
Speechless, man.
Yeah, this thing
Speechless.
is incredible.
Francisco is speechless.
Starts up nice. The engine rumbles perfectly. You take this thing out on the road, and it responds just as well as it looks. Makes me want to sell my car.
A compliment.
Anybody can put carbon fiber on it. Other than that, it's nothing special inside. Looking around in it, it doesn't look a whole lot different than my mother's Audi wagon. Inside, with a little bit of carbon fiber, her car would look the same.
If I had this car, I'd go to Beverly Hills and I'd drive it every day.
It's not going to hold very many shoes, though.
But I mean, we could have some fun in it. Roll down the windows. Hey! It's kind of scary to drive.
Come on.
Just to think how much it costs, and oh my God, if you dented it, it's such an expensive car. It's just outrageous how much it costs. It's down payment for my house.
But can all that money buy Chris some winning scores?
For appearance, I give it an 8. He should have washed it up. If he would have washed it up, I would have given him a 10. It was really dirty.
For performance, I give the Dark Knight a 7 because it's like one of my favorites. It's a great car.
On personality, I'd say 7. Car's probably closer to a 10. Chris is probably closer to a 5.
With the last 2 cars, I know I've minced them, diced them, skinned them, sauteed them, and served them up on a platter. I'm worried about Francisco right now. I just don't know what he's going to pull out of his back pocket.
Just wait till this chef feasts his eyes on Francisco's car.
My name is Francisco. I'm out of Montclair, California, and this is Agent Orange.
The 81 Regal featured a new aerodynamic design. That same year, the Regal won the Daytona 500. But Francisco's car isn't about racing. It's about cruising.
Driving this car, you'll love it. You'll feel like the happiest person